clicked. Like it clicked on for me. Like I hit that like bikini G spot, if you will. Hey guys, so I had planned to initially blog more today, but my battery died right after I filmed my little itty bitty clip this morning, so I wasn't able to. But now I'm back home from work. So there's a few things I wanted to kind of ramble about, because I know you guys like listening to that. But so yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I was in my funk-ish last week, or on my bikini prep update for those of you that watched. And I just feel like after doing that video and after really kind of like assessing why I want to compete and why it's important to me, just something just clicked. Like it clicked on for me. Like I hit that like bikini G spot, if you will. Sorry about the reference, but I feel it's appropriate because this happens for me in every bikini prep I've ever had. And maybe others haven't went through this, but for me, I tend to go into each prep, I'm gonna be honest, like because of that self-doubt I always have, I never push and feel like I'm really giving 110%. And that's just the God's honest truth, being real with you. For me, if I don't 100% believe in myself and almost kind of get that like healthy obsession with competing and why I'm doing it and get that focus, I just kind of get a little bit lost. And I really, I need to believe in myself to be able to do well and, be positive about it and be in a good headspace about it. And normally for me, it's not this far out that it actually clicks. Like it normally clicks like maybe 2 weeks, 4 weeks before competition. It used to be 2 weeks where it'd really click and I'd be like, yeah, I'm giving this my all. And I don't mean by that like I'm cheating on my diet the whole time. I just mean really mentally feeling like ready to go and just feeling on and kind of, I don't know how to describe it, I guess. But it's clicked for me. Like I just feel like this past week, I'm in a really good place. Like I just feel like at ease, if that makes any sense. Like I feel at ease and at peace with whatever the scale wants to say. I feel at peace with whatever package I'm gonna bring to the stage in 7.5 weeks. And I just feel good about it. And I don't know why, but it did. It just clicked with me. And it's such a sense of relief, because what's the point in doing it for 8 weeks if you're not fully invested in it, right? And again, I don't just mean the diet, I mean the mentality, because that's really what eats me alive, is the mindset. And I don't know, it just clicked with me. Like it almost gives me goosebumps because I just feel really good, and I was so nervous it wasn't gonna like kind of come back and click with me and have that fire in my belly, and it's there, and I feel like I got this, I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I deserve to be doing this, and I deserve to feel confident. Why can't I feel confident? Like what's wrong with me, But I feel like I deserve to. So I just wanted to update you all that I do feel in a really good place. I'm doing a couple little things different. I switched back to intermittent fasting. I kind of stopped doing that. I did it mostly for my last, actually for my first prep of 2015. Not so much the second one with my traveling, but I started that back up again. And that's really helpful for me in a nutshell, just because I would rather eat more in a shorter time frame and feel satisfied and just deal with being hungry a little bit longer. And for me, it's easier because I work on average like 8 to 4:30-ish. So I'd rather eat all my meals at work, to be honest with you, come home and be done for the night. Or if I have to finish one more meal when I get home, no big deal. but the nighttime is what leads me to wanting to keep eating. And I think that's common for a lot of people. But kind of shutting that option out and going back to intermittent fasting, I think will help me stay on track. And because I feel more satisfied because I'm eating more in a shorter time frame, I think it helps with like my adherence to my diet and also not feeling as restricted because I don't have to eat this meal every 2 hours on the dot like I used to, or every 3 hours. And I can just I can go to work and eat half my food for the day if I want, and then that's fine. So I'm kind of switching back to intermittent fasting. So if you guys would like more information on that, I have another video posted if you haven't watched it, and I plan to do more videos regarding that. And what else was I gonna say? So I also wanted to talk a little bit about with feeling a little bit more confident and with where you're at and what you're doing, because something I've noticed recently is people want instant gratification when they're trying to lose weight or achieve their goals. Whatever it is, people want instant gratification. And the second that they don't have that on a day-to-day basis, we're so needy with it. We are. Think about it. The second we don't have that instant gratification is self-doubt. It's questioning what I'm doing. It's questioning what my coach is asking me to do. Questioning why I'm doing this. And I'm not actually speaking from my perspective. I'm speaking from a lot of people that I've spoken with recently that don't see the weight loss on the scale after 2 days of following their diet and they're ready to throw in the towel. Or they think what they're doing is not right. I must be doing something wrong, or maybe this plan sucks. And if you've been there before, listen to me for a minute. I mean, if you think about what it takes to get our bodies to where we are, whether you've gained a lot of weight or you just feel really out of shape, you want to be stronger, things like that. To get to that point doesn't happen in 2 days. You don't get out of shape in 2 days. You don't gain weight in 2 days. Those things don't happen overnight. They actually don't even happen over a week for the most part. These are things that happen over time. So when you start a weight loss plan and you're working on achieving your goals, don't get so discouraged the second the scale isn't giving you that instant gratification. Or even if your clothes aren't giving you that instant gratification yet. It takes time. And I think a lot of people, and I am guilty of this myself, I followed my meals perfectly for a week. How come the scale hasn't moved? How come I don't see a lot of changes in my progress pictures? Well, changes don't happen overnight. They really, really don't, even for competitors, even in bodybuilding. The goal and the aim is to see some small changes week after week after week, and it's gonna be different for everyone, depending on your metabolism, all kinds of stuff, your muscle mass, your gender, your activity level, all kinds of things play into those results. So I just want people to think about that and don't be so hard on yourself. If you weigh yourself and within 1 week you've done everything right, just because the scale doesn't validate that for you, don't give up. Don't think that that means what you're doing is wrong. Don't think that that means whatever plan you're on is not right. And I'm not saying don't ever reassess what you're doing, change it, tweak it. If things aren't working for a long period of time, yeah, maybe something in that equation isn't adding up, certainly. But I think so many people give up before they really give themselves a chance. And I am guilty of that. So I'm done doing that the rest of this prep. I don't care what the scale says and things like that. I'm not letting it dictate how I feel. I'm trusting my plan. I'm trusting the path that I'm on and what I'm doing. If I'm feeding myself nutrient-dense foods, sleeping adequately, hydrating adequately, training at 100% capacity, then I'm doing all that I can, and that's what I need to focus on, and that's what I want you guys to focus on too, because not a lot of people do. So now that I've rambled on for a bit of time, hope that makes some sense to you guys and empowers you a bit. Please don't expect those results in 2 days. It doesn't happen like that. You didn't get to where you are right now in 2 days. You know what I mean? So it's not going to change that quickly. It's not going to change in a week or 2 weeks. Sometimes you need a whole month of being consistent with what you're doing. If you're doing it right, the results will come. The scale will eventually change. Your body will look different. You will eventually notice the changes. But cut yourself some slack and be patient and trust your process and your path that you're on. So yeah, that was my other little message I wanted to give you guys. I think that's all the updates I have for the moment. Today was technically my rest day, so I did my cardio this morning, which was killer. It was killer class. And so my rest day macros are a little bit different. I do a little lower carb, higher fat, and which almost feels a little naughty. It's like, ooh, am I really allowed 4 tablespoons of peanut butter today? Not that I have to have peanut butter, but of course, it's my fat of choice. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Thank you guys all for your support, of course, and I think that's it for my ramble right now.